Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Let me know if I sound okay in the chat. So this is the first time I've done this. So if you got any questions, put them down in the chat. I will wait a couple minutes for people to get on, and we'll start at 6. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty good today. So no jujitsu today. I kind of wish I would have gone, but I was pretty tired, so I let my body rest. So hey Gwen, how you doing? Does it sound good? So, all right. So I got a couple topics here. If y'all have any questions for me, put them in the chat and I'll try to answer them. So, do. All right, let's get started. So, hey guys, this is the live stream. It's to celebrate me getting 500 subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel. I didn't think anyone would really care about my stupid jujitsu. I'm so cute. Thanks, Gwen. Say stupid jujitsu videos, but some of y'all do, and I appreciate it. So thanks. I'm here to answer questions. So if you got any questions, let me know. If not, I got a couple stories to tell. So let's see. So we'll start with my old profile pic. I'll show you all what I used to use on all my videos. Got a little story behind that. So let's put this here. We'll share my screen. It's kind of like Zoom. Select window. There we go. So it was my old profile pic. What I would use to, intro and exit my videos, and kind of cool story there. So the lady in that photo, her name is Kim Blake. And she went on, this photo is probably from like 2015, 2016. A couple years after that, she went on to become the first female black belt, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt in Oklahoma. So I really look up to Kim. She's awesome. She's a black belt, I think, in like judo and karate too. I think she was also, a chemical engineer from Case Western. So I really look up to her. So I just thought it was kind of cool. So that day I was just, we were taking pictures, and I said, I got an idea for a good picture. So I put her into that fireman's carry. I was doing judo at the time, and I was pretty proud about how much I could lift. I can't lift as much anymore. Have some back issues, but yeah. So there's that story. So, hey, Maria, how are you? So, glad you all came on. Let's get out of this. So, let's get out of here. Smart queens. Gwen, you're a smart queen. Let's see. Gwen Iyer, Farm D. That's awesome. You have to tell everyone down in the comments about your channel. So I think you do some stuff with bodybuilding, right? So cool. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Yeah. Cool. So I got another story for y'all. How I got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So when I was in college, they had a bunch of, I always wanted to do martial arts when I was a kid, but we were already busy doing a lot of other stuff. So I never got an opportunity to, which is fine. I got to do other stuff and develop, myself physically with more like running stuff and swimming and that sort of thing. So I went to college, and in my senior year in college, the last semester, I wasn't taking as many classes. So I went over to the rec center, and there was a bunch of martial arts you could take. and I tried jujitsu, but the timing wasn't right. I think I had a class at the time, so I did some judo. I did that for a little bit, and then school just got really busy, and I quit. So, and then I graduated, went and got a job, and it was a job, and I was maybe not feeling really fulfilled in that job. So I was just looking for something to do. And then right next to where my job was, not right next, like a mile away, there was this shopping center that said that I used to go. There was a movie theater there that had it was the type of movie theater that they brought food to you. So I like going there a lot. And I saw the Gracie Baja sign up there, and I was like, huh. The jiu-jitsu guy who was teaching me said something about how he did learn this type of martial art from a Gracie or something like that, or he talked about the founder. So I went up as a Gracie Baja school. The coach's name was Shane Zarugi. I don't know if Shane's on, but hi Shane, if you're on. And yeah, he was my first show. So I came in, I was like, hey, do you guys know these Gracie guys? Because it was Gracie Baja, right? And they're like, no, it's just the association. And I told them what I did. I'd done a little bit of judo, and I came back, and I just loved it. You know what I mean? It helped me a lot with some of my anxiety, right? It's really jiu-jitsu. I'd say martial arts in general, but especially jiu-jitsu is a really good way to burn off some of that extra adrenaline if you have any kind of anxiety disorder. So I have anxiety and some depression and a wee bit of ADHD. So I got that stew. So that helps kind of burn some of that up, from that extra energy up. It's good for people with PTSD too. I don't know. There's nothing like fighting to burn off some adrenaline. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to text my brother-in-law, tell him to get on. I don't know if he's on yet, but he wanted me to text him, so to remind him. He's a good dude. Let's say, hey, Varun, the stream is live. Cool. I'll send this to him too. They got a little share button down here. Let's see. Class. Here we go. I love the MacBook. It's it's cool. You can actually copy and paste things onto your basically onto your messages if you're in the Apple universe. Hi Elizabeth, how are you doing? And Gwen asks, what's your favorite thing about BJJ? I think my favorite thing about it is when I'm doing it, it's the only thing I can think about, right? Because when someone's coming up and trying to they basically choke you unconscious, right? That's the only thing you could think about, right? And that's what you got to worry about. So you don't think about that person who is rude to you at work, right? Or what you got to do, or all these other things you got to do, stuff at work, take care of your kids, right? You can't think about that. So it helps you clear your mind. It's kind of like a form of Zen almost. So, or meditation. It's kind of a moving meditation for me. So that's probably my favorite thing about it. So, thanks, Elizabeth. I look official. Do y'all like the the lights I have? So, all official, huh? Yeah, I like these. I just got these lights. I don't know who else is on here, but I in addition to this YouTube channel, I have a media business, and I have a studio. So if you're in the Houston area, if you need someone to take product photos or something like that, I've got a studio, and this light is part of the studio, or it can be. So, all right. Any other questions from anyone? Thanks, Elizabeth. I'm glad you think it's cool. So, Let's see. I guess I got another story I could tell is how I got into content creation. So Elizabeth likes the purple the best. The purple is pretty cool. I have to agree. About the first, can you tell us about the first meet you competed in? That's from Maria. All right. Yeah, I sure can. It's a good story, actually. Marie, Mom, did you come to that tournament? I can't remember. You might have. I don't think you did, but I went to compete. I was a white belt. It was my first tournament, and I went out there, and I was like, I just learned this new judo throw. It was called an ochigari, and I didn't do it I didn't know how to do it very well, but I thought I did, right? And I went to go do it, and I was off balance, and the girl had a lot more experience than me, and she pushed me back and got on top of me and got into a position called mount and started choking me with like a cross choke and kind of go like this on the collar. And then I was able to flip her around, right? And get back on top, but like I hadn't learned how to like that choke yet, and she choked me almost unconscious, so I lost that match. And then I thought I was done for the day, so I went up and talked to my coaches, and then they called me down again, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And they're like, oh, you gotta compete again. Oh, and I did, and I was like, oh shit. So I go down the stairs. It was at a bleacher at a high school, so I run down the stairs, get up there, put my jacket back on. Compete actually won that match. The first lady I went against had like 5 years of experience. I found out later. So, and I had like 2 months. So I was like, she beat me, but it was a more equal match that second time. I think I ended up beating her on points. So yeah, let's see what we got. What else do we got in the chat here? Oh, remember my mom, Maria's my mom. She says, remember being at your first tournament when you choked a girl out and I thought you were in trouble and lost the match? Oh yeah, I do remember that. So mom came to watch my match. We were in Tulsa's AGF Nationals, and this girl was a lot better than me. I had no business beating her, but we were going and she was up. She ended up taking me down, and she was up on points, but I was able to kind of get back into it. And then I got to a point where went on to like knee on belly with her, and she was trying to like, if I would have slid my knee over and got back into mount, I would have overtaken her on points. So she was really focusing on my knee, and she wasn't guarding her neck. So I just went in for called a baseball jack bat choke, and I went and I grabbed her gi kind of like this, and then I spun around to north-south and choked her, and she she tapped with her foot, and my mom was there, and she's like, I thought you did something you weren't supposed to do. And I was like, nope, that's what I was supposed to do. So I won. I didn't end up winning the tournament. I think someone else had beaten me, but I won that match, and that girl at the time was quite a bit better than me. I had no business beating her. So Elizabeth says, thank God you're alive. Yeah, being alive is a good thing. And then Gwen's got a question. What's the best age for kids to start martial arts? To get really good, it's hard to say, right? Because you balance between like, does the kid, first of all, the kid has to be like potty trained, right? The coaches, they're not like, they're not teacher. They teach jujitsu, but they're not teachers. So they don't know how to do that, right? They're not like preschool teachers. So that would be the first thing. But yeah, a lot of kids get started at 4, 5, 6. That's perfectly fine. You could also wait till you're a little bit later too. It just depends on your kids and if they want to do it, you know what I mean? And they're having fun. But I would say, especially with the younger kids, like I wouldn't like push them too hard at the beginning. You go in there and if they're just in there having fun and they're not being too disruptive, like that's fine. If they're having fun, like rolling around, that's the best thing, right? I wouldn't push the kids to they can compete and it's fun, but it needs to be fun at that age, right? We don't need to be being super competitive and acting like some parents can get this way where they really push their kids a little bit too early, and then the kid ends up like hating it and quits, right? Because it's not fun for them anymore. So that's it's kind of a roundabout answer, but that's what I thought I'd say. So, but I would say the earliest you would go with the kids would probably be like 4, 5, or 6. You could look at the gyms in your area and give them a call and see what the earliest age is. So Elizabeth's like, I'm taking you out with us next time. Oh, Elizabeth, don't are you gonna say something that I'm gonna have to defend you for? I'm just kidding. So that's funny. So Maria's like, she would defend us in a bar fight. Yeah, I guess so. Let's not get in a bar fight though. Anti-sissy. Yep. I'm anti-sissy to my niece and nephew. That's what they call me. I think Danielle's a bit hard for them to say. So cool. Who, me? Elizabeth? Oh, Elizabeth, you would never get in a bar fight that I would have to come rescue you from, would you? You wouldn't do that. I don't think you would. So, never. That's right. So, cool. Let's see. All right. Well, let's see. I got another question. Can you explain what you do have to do to work out for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Yeah, I can kind of explain that. So, honestly, the best way to get in shape for Jiu-Jitsu is to go to Jiu-Jitsu, right? Grappling is its own special kind of like in shapeness because you use muscles that you're not used to using. So when you're first starting, honestly, like the best thing to do, and like I said, most people now, if you have like some, there's caveats to that, right? If you have some pre-existing conditions, that's there's some caveats to that, but the best thing to do is just to go try it. And when you're first doing it, don't overdo it. You know what I mean? Go 2 or 3 times a week. Some people, including myself, you get to it, start doing it, and you love it so much, you start going like every day, 2 times a week. And that's if you're 20, that's fine, right? Your body's able to take it. But if you're over 30, 40, you could like work out, you're putting a lot of stress on your body very quickly. You kind of have to work up to it. But so the best way to get ready for it is just to go do it. Right. But then, other things you can supplement with it. You could do some kind of cardio, right? I would do if you're doing jiu-jitsu, I would probably supplement with like steady state cardio. So like a rowing or like riding a bike or running, right? That can help you with your cardio. You're going to be getting your HIIT cardio, like your high intensity stuff when you're doing sparring for jiu-jitsu. So yeah, so you should work on something that you're like cardio is kind of like a pyramid, right? And you want to have the baseline, which is your steady state. That'll help with the top end a bit. So you have that. Lifting weights is a good thing too. So you got your big 3 lifts, right? You could do your squats and your bench presses. Deadlifts too. I'd be careful with deadlifts because that could hurt your back if you don't do it right. I might speak from experience there. But you could do like a trap bar deadlift. That's you're putting a little less torsion on your back when you're doing that. Look it up. Trap bar deadlift. You're not having to bend like your hinge over your hip as much, so you have less opportunity to really hurt your back. So, and then I'll do things with the like the strength training. I'll do something called a farmer's carry, which is where it's like carrying shopping bags, right? I'll take like dumbbells, or sometimes I'll even take the plates and I'll grab them and I'll hold them down to my side and I'll walk like 20 feet back and forth a few times. And that helps with your grip strength. So that's kind of more of a judo, jiu-jitsu specific thing. So, and those are the things we do to work out, but the best workout for jiu-jitsu is to go to jiu-jitsu, start doing that first. You will, you will burn a lot of calories sparring. And okay, Elizabeth asks, what's your biggest challenge? I guess a challenge in jiu-jitsu, right? Right now it's dealing with some injuries. So I've been doing this for about 10 years, and I did judo. I did judo and jiu-jitsu. Judo's a little more injury prone, so I hurt my knees and my back kind of doing that. So really, like, the challenge is, like, for me right now is figuring out like things I can do and stay in shape, and go to jiu-jitsu and work on my skills, and not what do I want to say, not like hurt my injuries too much. Does that make sense? That's for me right now is the biggest challenge. So everyone's challenging, 5 years ago, that probably would have been a little bit different. I might say dealing with like ego stuff, not wanting to lose, that sort of thing. And then the ego got me hurt. And now I have to worry about making my injuries worse. So, but I don't want to say like, don't let that put you off. If you want to try jiu-jitsu, go try it. It's just, I'm a very stubborn person, competitive person, and I didn't like to lose, and sometimes that got me hurt. So don't be like me in that way. So cool. Any other questions, guys? Enjoy your youth. Yeah, I don't feel like a youth anymore, Elizabeth. I'm going to be 37 in October, so it's still relatively young. When was the last time I competed? Maria's asking that question. So I competed in June of 2023, and I actually have some. Would you guys like to see some footage from that? I have. I actually have video from that I have on my channel. Would you all be interested in watching me compete? All right, I'll find it then. All right, give me a second, y'all. So, Gwen's asking when I'm competing. I'm not sure. My back's kind of injured a bit right now. But I can. Let's see. Let's see. Here's one of my rounds. So I'm going to. So I'll get this on here. I'll share this. It was 3 rounds with the same girl on my last competition. I'm going to show you the one I won because that's more fun, right? And then so I lost 2-1-1. So she ended up beating me. I'm going to show you I'll show you first the one I won because there's judo throw in there. So can you all see my screen? All right. So,
all right, guys, here's my second match.
Let me know if this gets really annoying. But we're
have another stand-up battle here.
Yep. So we are
going to get gripped.
Standing here.
You'll get the left grip and then switch to the right.
We do a lot of stand-up.
And this is going to get a little bit boring now. It's just a bunch of grip
kind of been over.
And,
so let me get to
trying to get throws. So we'll fast forward.
Kind of boring, but let's see. On this video, it's pretty boring. We're both here. So she's trying to. We're just basically, we both have grips, and she's kind of locked out on me. It's hard for me to get in and do a throw. But yeah, it's kind of what happens a lot at jiu-jitsu competitions. And let's see. So I go and try to foot sweep her a little bit. Almost did it right there. So. coach was really good. So here comes the throw.
All right. Here's a setup for this throw. I've got standard judo grips on her. I use my head to push into her, so
I'm using my head to push into her. I get this
reaction,
grip, like up here,
pushes back into me,
above, and she tries to go around my back, and I use this space to put my hips in, and I'm going to do a hip toss on her,
and I'm going to exploit that.
And I'll use this hand right here to basically pull her on top of me. So,
all right. So this
there we go.
is called Koshi
thrower. It's called a Koshi-guruma.
Anyway,
and then I'm gonna basically come around for the rest of the round.
Prevent her from getting my back and get into a side control. I'm putting some pressure
I'm
on her,
really
trying to
tired
tire
at this
her
point. She'd already beaten me once, so. And then we go here.
She has her
speed
arm
through this a little bit
on my hip, and that's keeping me from really
so
putting
she's
some
defending.
down.
She's defending a bit with her arm there, so I can't really put pressure on her because she's got that arm on my hip.
I'm on my toes. I block her hip.
Yeah, I blocked the hip. She can't get back to her.
Now I'm able to kind of shelf her arm a little more.
This is good right here. So I got
easier for me.
Her arm kind of up like that. That's what I want to get. So I could put like pressure.
Get a knee on her there. See if I can move over to mount.
On her like floating grab. It's uncomfortable. Look, that guy won.
And right now,
he looks happy, doesn't he?
Gonna ride out the clock. It's not the most interesting thing, but it's the tactical thing to do.
It is basically stay on top of the match. So I just sit on top of her till the time comes out, and because I won. So
turtle.
But yeah, so that's that. So do you want to see the one where I lost? I'll have to find it. I need to be in the Secret Service, Elizabeth. That would I need to do that? I don't know, man. I'm not a good shot. So, all right. Cool. Anything else y'all want to see? I can tell another story. Dang, you go, girl. Thanks, Elizabeth. I appreciate it. So. Let's see. So you guys want to hear about how I got... Oh, story time. Yeah, it's story time, Gwen. You want to hear how I got into content creation? Are we interested in that? I'm going to take silence as yes. So, story, yep. All right, so I think in 2020, I actually ended up... My boyfriend Kevin, he got me a GoPro for my birthday. I said, hey, I want to try this. And I used to mountain bike a lot, and I got it basically because I was like, okay, cool. I can, get these videos of me mountain biking, and it'll look really cool and everything. And then, I got that, and then, it was harder than I thought it was going to be to like edit it and put it all together. So, I tried it on my phone. The phone didn't have enough juice. So then I tried it on the computer I had at the time. That didn't have enough juice to edit it either. And then I like really started getting into like, a lot of, what do I want to say? It takes a pretty powerful computer to edit footage, especially like 4K footage. So I started getting into that, like the specs I needed, and I got a editing software and everything. I just kind of dove into it, and then I started filming my my rolls at the gym, and that's kind of what I do now. I film my rolls, I put music to it, and I make some funny videos about jiu-jitsu. So that's that story. So, let's see. Does anyone have any questions? Anyone interested in trying Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Oh, Terry's watching but can't sign into the chat. Can you ask Terry if she has any questions? It's Q&A. So, hi, Terry. How are you? So, I gotta think of something to talk about. So, got one more. I think I got another thing we could talk about. So I'll talk about my favorite techniques in judo for jiu-jitsu. So let me go to the Kodokan. Oh, hi, Tracy. Tracy's watching. How are you, Tracy? So I'll talk about some techniques I like. So let's see. Kodokan channel. I'll show you. Let's see, Kodokan channel. So one technique I like a lot is called a tomonage, and that means kind of means like stomach throw. Here, oh, we got a good one here. So I'll share my screen. That one right there. So here we go.
Yes, you move the deck, and we're back, and we're gonna do a little drill. We get comfortable holding up.
No, that's it. Sorry, guys. That's a technical video. We don't want that. So let's see. I don't want them talking. Yeah, let's do this one.
A slight
This is a quick one.
If you were fighting a very short, you can't get low again.
So you basically, you can kind of see, this is called a tomonage. So basically what you do in this technique is you put your foot in their hip and you sit down on your butt and you throw them over your head. So he's going to do that here.
Tomonage. So again, bring the foot in the side.
There you go. So I like that technique. That's a good technique because so in jiu-jitsu we have a position called the guard where you can basically sit on your butt and like wrap your legs around a person, right? And you can kind of control their posture there. And if you were in a self-defense situation, you could like control their posture and make sure they don't like punch you in the face. But in sport, I really like that throw because if you miss the throw, you just go into guard and it's nothing, you don't get penalized for it. And then if you do get it, you get some points. So I like that one. Sumi Gaish. Let's see if we got Sumi Gaish. I like this one. Let's see. Here we go. Here's Kodokan. They don't talk a lot in these. So the Kodokan is kind of like the. So yeah, you can kind of see what he did right there. He put like a hook on the guy's thigh and basically threw him over his head. You can kind of see that. Let's make it bigger so everyone can see. There we go. Yeah. I like to do that a lot. So this is kind of, I don't do this setup as much with jiu-jitsu, but let's pause this. But what I'll use that technique when someone comes in and they're wrestling, there's a technique called a double leg. It's basically where someone picks up your leg and then like throws you down to the ground a little bit. So what I'll do when they pick my leg up is I'll put my my foot on their thigh and then just throw them over my head like that. So I like that one. It is, like I said, a couple hip throws and that sort of thing. So, but does anyone else have any other questions? Anything they're interested in hearing about me? All right. Well, I guess it's my turn then. I could do it's my chat, right? So we'll talk about something I think's interesting. So the Olympics are going on right now, and I watched some of the footage. I can't show you the footage because the Olympics are worse than Disney about doing copyright type stuff. But I'm going to show you this athlete I was really impressed with. Her name's Natsumi Tsunoda. She's, I think, 48 kilograms, so she's a smaller lady, but she did a lot of these. She does a lot of these tomonages, that sort of thing. So here, I'll share this with y'all. So you can kind of see what she does.
彼女は女子柔道52キロ級
She's a
の
lot
選手
better
なん
at
で
it
す。
than I am.
続いてはこの技、巴投げです。
Yeah. I think this is her channel. I don't think she speaks English though. So
彼女はこれで決めるんですよ。
she actually does this is kind of an interesting
こちら
variation.
も瞬時に
Like
相
most
手の足
people would
元
put
に
it,
深
yeah,
く
she
潜
put
り
it in
込
the
み、
hip. She actually
回
did
転
put it
力
in the
で
hip
そのま
there,
ま
but
投げ
a
飛ば
lot
し
of
ます。
times she'll miss it. She'll kind of
ケー
go
キ屋さんにな
right
ろ
up
うと
the
思った
crotch
時期もあったん
and
だ
just
とか。
like launch people over the head and get a better one. So let's see.
そう
She is
彼女は女
good.
子柔
No, that's the same one. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see if you can get some competition footage of her. No, I was watching this fight. Her
Hey
fight.
guys,
I was
welcome back
super
to Judo
impressed with
Highlights.
her.
We'll have a look
So,
at Tsunoda
let's
in this
see.
video from
So,
early
yeah.
rounds all the way to the final.
Let's see what else
Tsunoda,
we
she
got.
cross trains,
Oh,
she
that's
does a bit
a
of jiu-jitsu.
let's get a highlights video. Those are more fun. Highlights. Let's see. We'll put
Look at this
on.
extreme right to left.
That
Oh,
one was
that's it,
pretty
tip
cool.
on.
No,
Oh, what a nip on
we gotta
that
be
one.
careful about
Look at
that
this
one though.
extreme right
So,
to left.
yeah, she went on her
Oh, that's
side
it,
like
tip
that.
on. Oh,
She ended up
what a
winning
nip
the
on that one.
match. So I thought bring some attention to that. So, but yeah. Anyone else have any other questions? Okay, Gwen's got a question. What Olympic sport other than martial arts is your favorite to watch? Olympic sport, right? I kind of like watching the gymnastics, actually. I think it's super cool what they do with the, it's incredible what those people can do with their bodies. It's kind of dangerous, too. It's kind of fun to watch. But yeah, I watched Simone Biles a lot in the last couple of days. I really like her. So she had I think it's cool. She had some mental health issues that kept her from competing in the last one. I guess she had the twisties, which is, I'm not a gymnast, but I think it's a thing where they they get off balance and, in the air, and I guess it could be dangerous. So it's cool to see her come back. So Maria says, yesterday I watched synchronized swimming. Those girls are amazing what they could do with their bodies. Yeah, no, synchronized swimming is pretty cool, Maria. I like it too. Then let's see. Sometimes I like to watch the swimming. I swam when I was a kid, so that was pretty cool. Trying to think. Track and field is cool too. Pole vaulting. So. And then it's always fun to watch the sprinters in the track and field. Oh, excuse me. The 100 meter and 200 meter. So basketball is a good watch. Yeah, I saw that. I need to go watch it. So does anyone else have a favorite Olympic sport they like to watch? Maybe Elizabeth? Is Elizabeth still on? So I think the basketball guys won the gold medal. So cool. So yeah, I like watching the Olympics. How did everyone did anyone watch the opening ceremony? Elizabeth said women's soccer won gold today. Yeah, they did. It's pretty cool. I do like watching the women's soccer team. So Gwen says gymnastics and basketball. Yep. Oh, she said the men won too. That's awesome. The men won soccer, Elizabeth? No way. Like they didn't win the gold medal, did they? Or they just win their like group. Oh, basketball. Yeah. They won basketball. I thought you said they won the soccer. I was like, that's a huge upset if they did. So our men's soccer is they're getting better, but it's not like the main thing. So let's get this out the way. This is got a light here. You can do some kind of cool stuff. So, okay. Yeah. I'll have to check out the girls basketball. I played basketball when I was a kid. I was too short though to really do a lot with it. So But yeah, I'll get some water here. That over there. My mom says I was good at rowing crew. I was okay at rowing crew, so I was okay. You're probably better at rowing crew than I am now. I haven't done it in many years. So. Ooh, the purple's coming back, Elizabeth. Yeah. We had a good crew team in where I lived in Ohio. So it was a big it was a big deal there. So yeah, pretty purple. You like that purple, Elizabeth? It's gonna be pink and now red. So it just goes through the rainbow. It's like a LED light, so but oh cool. Let's see. Trying to think of things to say. Oh, you want some of my sound effects? Can you hear this? Like that one? Could you hear it? You do it again? Here's another one. Here, I got crickets. I can't think of what to say. Oh, hi, niece and nephew. Hello. Hello, what time is it? What time is it? And you know what they say? When they say what time is it? They say 2 more minutes. That's what they say. Because they always want to play 2 more minutes. 2 minutes. Yep. So, Santy Sissy time. Hi, guys. How are you? Can you give me thumbs up? Thumbs up? Could do a haka. Do you guys want to learn how to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? That's to my niece and nephew. Audia's giving a thumbs up. Great job, sweetie. So, all right. So we'll talk when after this. I can give you some gyms that are close to your house, and we can have them go. So one of the gyms I'm thinking about, they have a Muay Thai program too. So Varun can go. I know he liked doing that. So, but cool. But guys, thanks for coming to my my live stream. It's to celebrate. I don't know if I told everyone yet. It's to celebrate. I got 500 subscribers on the channel. And I got to do my plug for myself now. So wait. Oh, Mom's asking, tell us about the videos you've made. Yeah, I make a bunch of videos. Like here, I'll show you one that a lot of people I think like. So do you guys want me to show you a video I made recently? Let's go here. So let's see. I'll share one. I do a lot of videos. Most of my videos on this channel are like jujitsu sparring. So every month, so here's something kind of cool. Every month we have this ladies open mat in Houston that rotates around the city, and this was one that was down actually like in the southwest corner. So I'll also go and tape some of the sparring matches I have. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's music to this too. So there, that little girl right there, she's really good. Here, watch her take me down. So I was trying not to like land on her, but Let's see. Yeah, like and subscribe to my channel. So we're gonna do a roll with this lady. So she's pretty new. So, but yeah, so she went in to go for that single leg I was talking about. So it's kind of like a tackle, and then I do something called sprawl, which is where I put my like weight on her back when she tries to go tackle me, and it kind of keeps her from doing it. So now, like, I'm doing some pinning there. I try to be clever with my videos. So, oh, can you hear the music? Is it coming through? I'm like really happy about that. Yeah, no, so in that music, it's I think Elizabeth, you're asking about 500 subscribers. This is like, I think it's just people enjoying watching jiu-jitsu content. You know what I mean? Most of my stuff's like, here's how I kind of started doing this actually. I like watching other people spar like this. I learn a lot from it, but I didn't, 2 or 3 years ago when I started this, I didn't see a lot of channels doing that. So I was like, okay, well, I'll make some content of some of my sparring and see if people like it. So, and then I started making it like a little bit more entertaining with the music and, speeding it up and slowing it down in certain places so it didn't get too boring. But yeah, no, a lot of the channels, they would either show like highlights from it, which is cool, but like you don't see like a lot of the hard work is in like setting the techniques up. Right, and you don't like, that's what you want to learn from, right? And you don't see that in a highlight video. So, but so like here, I'm gonna set up a technique that stomach throw, the tomo nage here. So she's leaning forward a lot, so that gives me like some space, like right here, put my foot. So she's also like leaning forward a little bit, so our weight's already going that way. So, yep, tomo pocket. So, and then yeah, I back through her. So she's playing something called like spider guard. You can see. Let's see if we can see. She has that foot on my bicep there, and she's doing what's called a leg lasso on this guy. So she's using it to manage the distance with me. So what I'm going to try to do is get around her legs. What I'm going to do right now, it's called passing. So basically, I get around her legs and put her in a pin. So I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. This is called cooking. Hey, Varun. Yeah, so I'm doing a choke there. Let's go back a little bit. Sorry about that. That's called a paper cutter choke. So let's go back a little more. So right there, yeah. I've got this grip right here, and I'm just taking my hand and going across her throat. If you do it right, you cut off their carotid arteries. I don't think I got the carotid. I think I just went across her windpipe there. So I have one roll.
Big D here.
This is me
First
asking people to
thanks
go
for
to
coming
Patreon.
Back to our
We'll get that.
scheduled content.
So here, this lady right here, this girl, yeah, she's doing really well. She had a super fight last weekend. She went against someone who's ranked a little bit higher than her, and she does really well. She's pretty athletic. I mean, you'll be able to see it. Like, she weighs like maybe 125 pounds. She'll catch me sometimes. So Ashi was foot techniques with like foot sweeps in Japanese. Elizabeth said we're really taking you out with us. All right, Elizabeth, who do I need to beat up for you? who's not acting right. There are guys at the bar that are being jerks. I'll throw them under the bar for you. Yeah, that's fact that it's part of Premiere. Oh, I've got my hand over her head. I'm kind of breaking her posture down. It makes certain things easier. So right here, I'm not sure how I grabbed her belt there, and then I'm gonna try to throw her. She does a really good job kind of coming around and like moving with it. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. She's really athletic. Oh, yeah. So she's gonna take me down here. So this girl, I love her to death, but she has no sense for her own self-preservation. That just landed on her. She kind of grabbed me and like put all her weight back, like basically was hanging off me, and I was kind of leaning back a little bit, and I couldn't I couldn't keep standing up, so I landed on her. Yeah. So she's kind of got my foot there, you can see. So I'm putting her in something called like a half guard. So I'm basically attaching myself to her. I've got this knee in here. It's called a knee shield. It kind of manages the distance. So she doesn't like come and smash me. I mean, she doesn't smash me too much. She's a lot smaller. But here she goes. She's going for a leg lock here. And I stand up and put weight on my foot. And that's kind of how you defend that. And then watch this. This is really good on her. So I weigh this girl by probably 140 pounds. Just FYI. Watch what she's about to do. Hey, Melissa, how are you? So her name's Jocelyn. Check her out. I think she could do really good, but she's about to sweep me. I'm glad you're doing good, Melissa. See, so she did like a half guard sweep there. That's the guard we were in. So she flipped me over. She's really good. I am like really impressed with Jocelyn. So Melissa, how's your jiu-jitsu going? I think I saw. Did your kid just compete? I think I saw that. So. But yeah, this is the end. I give people credit at the end of my videos. So yeah, Elizabeth, the grappling's great for self-defense. So, oh, Melissa, her son got cold. Everyone, give Melissa's son like some applause. Let's see. I wonder what I could do with that. Well, let me do that. I'm gonna go like 100% there. That's awesome. So I guess we're going to do this one now. So this is me rolling with one of the guys at the gym. He's a big guy.
Clash of the Titans.
So what I'm doing now is called passing guard. So what I'm trying to do with this guy, and this is good for anyone like who's a lot bigger than you. Like you want to try to get around to their back like this, and not like I'm bringing him down. So he's pretty cool, but like that way I'm kind of, what do I want to say? Taking his strength away when I go around to the back. Because obviously this guy's a big guy. He's got a lot of upper body strength. So I try to neutralize that. So, yeah. I go here. So what I'm going to try to do here, I don't think I get there. Do I get his back? Yeah. This position's called back control. And so basically I'm on his back, right? So he can't use his arms, right? His very strong, huge arms to hit me. I mean, he's not going to hit me in this. We're grappling, but if you were ever in a self-defense situation, you're basically taking that person's arms away, right? At least you know, it's hard to like push back like this. So that's kind of my strategy with him. So it's like all the little people at the gym, that's their strategy too. So I'm trying to go back around again. And then he got back to his guard. So that's guards like when you basically get your feet like around the person or in front of the person. So he's doing like a half guard here. Oh, oh, Melissa, you said your kid, he like submitted the kid when he wasn't supposed to. That's awesome. When I used to do judo, the kids like, so judo, like they don't let the kids do submissions. I think they start letting them do like chokes at like 10 and arm locks at 13. And like one of one of our judo kids who's pretty good, he ended up like choking this kid and making him cry. And he got disqualified because like, you know, it was illegal because he wasn't allowed to do it. But I always thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, so you're going to get your blue belt soon, Melissa. I can feel it. I can feel it. He turned 7 in November. He can Americana all the kids then. That's awesome. Tell him I like Americanas too. I love it. I love that. So I was trying to grab his head there. Sometimes that can be helpful. Again, we go around to the back. And, oh, what's an Americana? We'll finish this because I do something kind of cool here and I want to show it off, but then I'll show you what an Americana is in a second. I've got a video where we do that. So he's turning and then I do like an arm lock on him. So there's that. So yay. Thank you for humoring me. All right. So Gwen, you want to see what an Americana is? Let's go. Here we go. All right. Let's go to the end of this. So I'm rolling with this girl. So this girl is a former rugby player and is like 23. So, but I'm about to do Americana here. So it's like an arm lock or it's a shoulder lock where you like pin their wrist against the mat and then you like torsion their shoulder like that way. So I'm gonna do it here pretty soon. There we go, right here. So yeah, you can see Gwen. I push her hand down on the mat, and then I get that grip. And then what I'll do is I'll slowly lift it up, and that'll put pressure on the shoulder. So yeah, Melissa, send me the video for sure. I want to see it. Here's me rolling with. She's pretty good. She's gotten pretty good, actually. Her name's Courtney. So cool. We'll get out of here. Bet you guys are sick of watching some of my rolling footage. So, but we'll probably a couple more minutes and wrap it up. Guys, thanks for coming. Any other questions? Anything you're interested in? Anything you'd like to see on my channel? Silence. Nothing. I guess not. Oh, thanks, Melissa. I appreciate it. I love you all too. Let's see. Oh, there's a camera. Oh, yeah, love you. Hugs. Could I suggest others? Okay, yeah. So we're talking about self-defense, right? Yeah, so like with self-defense, so a lot of self-defense stuff, a good amount of it's like situational awareness, right? Like, understanding the environment you're in and like just being aware. That's like 80% of it. But like in terms of like actual techniques, a good self-defense strategy, like an unarmed one, right? When you start getting knives and guns in the mix, it's different, right? But if you're just unarmed against something, I would have like a striking style, like do some striking. So you could do like boxing or Muay Thai, and then some kind of grappling. So like jujitsu is a pretty accessible form of grappling, right? We have gyms all over the place and they accept older people. Wrestling's good. Wrestling and judo are good too. But they're more geared towards younger people. It's just the nature of the sport. But so you have some striking, you want to get some striking in, that way you learn how to like manage your distance. Cause like when you're in a situation, right, you want to be either far enough away from someone where they can't hit you, right? Or really close to them so they can't hit you very hard, right? You don't want to be in this like the mid-range, like right here, that's like the mid-range, that's a pop you. And then like, so that's like kind of your striking, and then your grappling, you want to be able to maybe take someone down. You could do some wrestling. Jiu-jitsu is usually pretty good for this stuff, but you could supplement with wrestling, and then learning how to get back up when someone's trying to like hold you down. That's a really good skill to learn how to do. So we call them like technical stand-ups in jiu-jitsu, but there's good ways to do that. So does that help? Oh. All right, guys. Thank you. I think I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for coming. So, I got to do a little bit of self-plugging. I have a Patreon. I'll put the link down in the description on this video if you're interested in supporting me. It's like $5 a month. So you get early access to videos. So, all right, guys. Thank you.